You're in the police and you're looking to get promoted to sergeant or maybe to inspector, or it could be lieutenant or captain or major or superintendent. It depends on the jurisdiction you're in and what country you're a police officer in. But it doesn't matter where you are. There are a few consistent mistakes that keep getting made in your preparation for the promotion board. And so in this video, I'm going to highlight what those mistakes are through something we call a skills audit. That's a solution to the mistakes. And I'm going to share with you a few things that you could start doing now in order to make sure that you are promotion board ready. Before I continue though, who am I and why should you listen to anything I've got to say? My name is Brendan from Bluelight, and over the past 31 years I've been coaching and supporting people just like you for promotion boards, specialist interviews with a huge amount of success. Don't just take our word for it though. We've got over 800 5-star glowing Trustpilot reviews. I wish I'd started the Trustpilot account a lot earlier. I've served in 3 different forces: in Cheshire Constabulary in England, the Bermuda Police, where I was a detective in Special Branch, and in Greater Manchester Police back in England. But I've supported people from all over the world over the past couple of decades. All right, let's dive in. So the other evening, I was doing a one-to-one coaching call with one of our promotion clients, someone who's going for the rank of inspector. That's the equivalent of lieutenant in other jurisdictions. Now, he has his board in about a month's time. The problem he's got is he's left it too late, although we are going to help him with this, and he is going to pass. He will pass. We'll have to give him his money back if we don't. We've got a money back guarantee. If you don't pass, we'll keep working with you. Don't pass a second time, we'll give you all your money back, a full refund. Find out more information in the description below that. So there were big gaps in his evidence. And what he was trying to do also, he was trying to make sure he had an answer for every one of the values and the competencies. This is what exists in the United Kingdom. It could be called occupational standards where you are, or behavioural statements. But that's another mistake to make, thinking that you've got to have an answer for each one of those. So what he wished he'd done 6 months ago was the skills audit that we actually did. Now, what we do is we take people through all of the common issues and problems and areas of business that your chief officers, your commissioners, will expect you to be able to deal with in your future rank. So we put the occupational standards and the competency and values framework, we put all of that to one side because that's all written in HR gobbledygook. What we focus on is the important things that you're probably going to get asked about in your board. And remember, the people who are actually interviewing you probably understand the occupational standards or behavioural statements or competency and values framework just as much as you do, because they're often written in sort of HR gobbledygook. Now, the things we focus on for the skills audit are the things that your chief, your commissioner are worried about. How do we know what they're worried about? Well, for our promotion candidates, we actually get them to contact them. We get them to email them or go and visit them or book an appointment where they just ask the simple questions like, what things keep you awake at night? And we've got a list of over 10 of them now, 10 areas of business that we focus on. And so in our skills audit, what we do is we get people to rank where they are in those different areas of business in terms of their confidence to be able to deal with whatever the thing is. So I'm going to share with you what 4 of them are. These are the 4 most popular ones, as in these are the ones that really do keep your chief officers awake at night. The first one is performance management. So have you got experience in managing performance, not just in terms of quantitative data, but also qualitative data? This is one of the things we really get our academy clients to focus on. That your role is not just managing KPIs. Your role is managing performance, as in little things like asking your officers about times over the past few weeks that they've been proud of something. Remember, when was the last time you asked that question? Or when was the last time you got asked that question? Can you share with me a time over the past few weeks when you've been particularly proud of something you've dealt with? Or it could be you can laser focus it into something like vulnerability or dealing with a mental health crisis or a great arrest or collaborating with partner agencies, whatever the thing is. So you're collecting this qualitative data as well that you're able to present to your seniors to demonstrate that you're an effective manager. So we don't just focus on KPIs. And guess what? Your chief officers don't want you to focus on KPIs, not just KPIs. They want you to focus also on that qualitative side in terms of positive outcomes, because don't forget, they're real people and they've been in your shoes. They like to hear positive stories about what their officers have done. So when you can couple the quantitative data with qualitative data, oh my goodness, it really makes you stand out. The next area of audit is welfare and well-being. So what have you done, or what will you do to ensure the welfare and well-being of your officers? This is so important. One, because it's just like the right thing to do. And number two, for retention purposes. A lot of police forces jurisdictions are under financial constraints and financial problems. And simply losing people walking out the door with 3 to 5 years service or longer is an enormous cost. An enormous cost. It's not just the cost of their salary and their pensions and any other taxes that the force has to pay. It's also the cost of everything else that's wrapped around them to enable them to go out and do their job. And you're losing all of the experience as well. So we want to focus on retention. One of the questions we often ask our academy members is, who's responsible for retention? And they'll say things like human resources. No, it's you. It's you. Once you put these stripes on or above anything that's senior to that, the responsibility for the welfare and well-being and the retention of your officers is on your shoulders. So they don't want to hear at the promotion board how you would left shoulder it to the human resources department. They want to hear about what you're doing to retain your officers, to make sure they're happy when they come to work, make sure they're happy when they leave work, make sure that their welfare and well-being is looked after. It's on you. All right. Next, standards. Not just standards of investigation, not just standards in terms of dress, but what's really important in terms of ensuring trust and confidence from members of the community is standards in terms of preventing or enabling your officers to challenge misconduct or any breach of ethics. This is so important. It's not just about your ability to be able to challenge officers' behaviour when it falls short, but also what have you done or what will you do to enable your team to feel confident enough to be able to call out behaviour which is inappropriate. This is so important now because, listen, trust and confidence in many police jurisdictions is at an all-time low. How are we going to build that up? Well, we're going to demonstrate that we are worth believing in. And we're not going to be able to demonstrate that if consistently every week there's a story coming out in the press about misconduct of certain officers who are either being dismissed or being given final written warnings or such like. So standards, so important. Right, the last one. Actually, it's not the last one. There's more, but they've only got time for 4 of them. Trust and confidence. That links in with the standards. What systematic things are you doing to help build up and develop the trust and confidence of members of the community so that they can actually believe in your police service? Now, this isn't just like holding a community meeting. We want to go deeper than that. We want to go into enabling citizens to do the things they're really good at in communities. Thinking about tools like participatory budgeting, concepts like asset-based community development. So at the same time as we're tackling organised crime, we're tackling the drug dealers and money launderers and all the people who are committing serious crime. Once we've dealt with them, we've destroyed, dismantled and disabled their ability to commit crime like that on that level. We are helping the community to become more cohesive, to become stronger, to become happier, to have more trust and confidence in the police because they can see that the police are actually doing things, taking systematic actions to help build up their ability to be more resilient against those forms of crime. Now, this harks back all the way to the Peelian principles. If you've not heard about those, check out some of my other videos where I'll talk about the Peelian principles, the principles set by Sir Robert Peel in 1829, who talked about enabling citizens in terms of the welfare and existence of communities. More about that another time. Anyway, listen, hopefully this has been useful for you and you've found some value in it. If you'd like to find out more about how we can help you to succeed in your promotion board with our expert coaching, our one-to-one small group practice webinars, a ton of online material, then complete the form below. We'll have a conversation. There's no obligation whatsoever. If it's a great fit, then perfect. You get to work out whether we're a good fit for you, as well as us working out whether that you're a good fit for us. It's got to work both ways. And if it's not going to work out, or if we actually think that you're going to pass anyway, we'll just give you some words of wisdom and point you in the right direction. Sound fair? Awesome. Look forward to seeing you on one of those meetings. Catch up with you soon. Bye-bye for now.